22-6. The Falcons win over the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm going to tell y'all guys something. This was a beatdown. This was a masterclass. This was probably one of the best coached games by Raheem Morris. Now, I know you're thinking, I already know what you're thinking. Well, we didn't score any touchdowns. All those field goals should have been touchdowns. Yeah, I agree. They should have been touchdowns. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's okay. But with all things considered, you just got finished beating a team that beat you 42-21 last year in that same building. You got whooped in that same building, 42 points, and you held them to 6 points. This defense is a completely changed from last year. This defense is absolutely amazing right now. I'm not going to say long term, but right now, this is a team that people might need to look out for if they continue this on this path on defense. You also have to understand, you look at the Tampa Bay game last week, it was only 2 plays. It was only 2 plays that basically decided that game against Tampa Bay. And it came against a rookie that, quite honestly, nobody really saw it coming. As well as he played at Ohio State, nobody saw it coming. Before that game came on, everybody was thinking about what we're going to do with Evans, because he's always been a thorn on our side. But the guy on the opposite side made it happen. I'll give the defense a pass on that, because that probably would have happened against anybody. He's a rookie. But this team right here, they came in with a game plan. This defense came with a game plan. Jeff Ulbrich came in with a game plan to make sure those guys got nothing. Absolutely nothing. And they weren't able to move the ball for nothing. They got that. Well, Justin Jefferson had that one pass, like right before the half. No, that looked good. And I think Naylor or something like that had a one good pass. But outside of that, they got nothing. I will say this. I would love to see more touchdowns. This game could have easily been a 40-point game for the Atlanta Falcons. I definitely will agree with you on that. But one thing I will not do, I'm not going to go down and talk about any negatives on this particular game. I'm not doing it. Not for this game. Because what they did exactly what they were supposed to do, albeit they didn't get the touchdowns, but they scored on damn near every drive. I think they punted once, and Drake London, please hold on to the ball. I think they punted once or twice. But every other situation they had the ball, they actually scored. You can't ask for more than that. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scoring drives. Most of the time you get 6 scoring drives, you're winning the game. Hell, if you get 4 scoring drives, you're winning the game. And for them to do that in Minnesota in a hostile environment in their first game of the season after being on a extremely high note after beating Chicago, this was a masterclass. This was an excellent, outstanding coaching and player effort in this game. I can't say anything bad about this game. To be honest, there's not much you can take away from this game and say, hey, there's a serious problem. Could Jake Matthews block a little bit better? Yeah. But I will give Jake Matthews some credit. When we needed that first down and that fourth down, he sold the hell out of that. Because as soon as that got jumped off sides, he sold that and made him throw the flag. I give him that. But we got to get some better people in there to protect Michael Penix. Those guys was like hitting on him pretty rough. But it is what it is. Another person I want to talk about. How about Parker Romo? Sorry, young Waku. You are excellent. You was excellent for my Georgia Southern Eagles. You know, you was excellent for my Georgia Southern Eagles. But it's time to go. And that's okay. That's okay. That's how it happens. This man went 5 for 5 and kicked a 54-yard field goal. This man has been absolutely excellent. He's been excellent in this game. I think the only thing that if I had to critique anything, Michael Penix, 13-21, 135. If I had to critique on anything, is that. But at the same time, no touchdowns, no interceptions. No interceptions. Drake London, hold on to the ball, please. But I will say, this game was a masterclass. This game was absolutely phenomenal. I have nothing to say about this game. Like that's a serious critique. We all can sit here and just be upset about not the lack of touchdowns. I get it. I'm not going to sit here and say yay or nay or whatever the case may be. But yeah, before I get out of here, let's talk about this defense. Let's talk about this defense. Let's talk about these rookies. Zach Harrison, he's not a rookie, but he had 1.5 sacks. You also had James Pierce. He had a half a sack. Rukaroro had the other half of that sack. Interceptions by Billy Bowman and Xavier Watts. I mean, the rookies came through. Leonard Floyd, the veteran, came in, got him a sack. Jalen Walker had a sack. The only thing I will say that's actually concerning does not necessarily have anything to do with the game. We're just talking about going forward. I hope AJ Terrell is okay. That might be a hamstring situation. Hopefully that's nothing that's lingering. That would be terrible if that's the case, because we do need him out there. And how about Devon Diablo, another guy? He's been all over the place this game. All these acquisitions we got based on the draft and free agency, a lot of these guys are panning out very well. Very well. You see the guys in the draft, all the rookies that came through. You even talk about the guys that was here last year. Brandon Dorless, he had a sack and a half. Then I say Rukaroro, yeah, he had a half a sack. So you got guys here that are Zach Harrison, another one. I mean, you got guys here that are actually balling, and it's amazing to see how things change overnight with the defense. I don't have much else to say, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I appreciate everybody who watched this long. I really do, but I will say I don't have nothing to say about this game. This game was excellent. A master class on how you go into into a hostile environment with a team with high momentum and take the life from that team. Take the life of the team. Want more touchdowns? Yeah, I get it. But other than that, I'm cool. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all take it easy, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.